Okay, I think. So, simulan na natin, di ba? Gumagabi na. Lumalalim na ang gabi. It's 11. Ano na ako nang nagsasalita dito. Anyway, tapusin ko lang to para maaral nyo na rin siya agad tomorrow morning. Okay? So, yan. So, for sample problem number 1 tayo. Kung titingnan nyo guys, ito munang figure na to siguro. Huwag kalimutan nyo na muna itong isa na to. Igilid muna natin siya dyan. Yung makukuha ko pa rin Ayan. Igilid muna natin dyan. So, ang sabi kasi dito sa problem natin is to determine daw. Okay, balikan nga natin yung nasa, Okay, balikan ko lang Ang sabi dyan is to determine the magnitude and the coordinate direction angles of the resultant force acting on the ring in the figure. Ibig sabihin, ang pinapaharap sa atin is resultant and the coordinate direction angles. O maliwanag na maliwanag. The resultant and the coordinate direction angles. So, lagay ko na dito. Find the find resultant R and find the coordinate direction angles. Ano ba yun? The alpha, beta, and the gamma. So, yan. So, for sample problem number 1, okay, tingnan nyo mabuti. Okay? Ano napapansin nyo? Yung F1 and F2 natin, guys, hindi na tayo mahihirapan dyan na magkumuha ng ng resultant. Bakit? Kasi guys, represented na siya as a Cartesian or in a Cartesian vector form. For F1, okay, simply equal to 60J plus 80K. Okay? Newton. At para naman sa F2, it is simply 50I minus 100J plus 100K Newton. Okay? Ang gagawin lang natin dito is, di ba, ang sabi ko sa inyo kanina, para makuha natin yung resultant, is i-add up natin ngayon guys, or kukunin natin yung summation. Okay? For resultant, kukunin natin yung summation ng fxi, summation ng fyi, or fyj, fyj, plus summation ng fzk. So, simply, ganyan lang naman yung gagawin natin. Okay? Paano yun? Paano ba natin makukuha yung summation ng fxi? Okay? Para mapag-plus-plus na natin yan. Para makuha natin, guys, yung summation ng fxi, simply, okay, pagpaplasin natin ngayon lahat ng I component niya. Ng F1 tsaka ng F2. Ano ba yun? Okay? For fxi, or summation ng fxi, pwede ko bang sabihin that this is, or this should be the fx1i plus fx2i, kasi dalawa yan, di ba? At para naman guys dun sa may summation ng fyj natin, is simply equal to fy1j plus fy2j. And at last, para ba dun sa may natin, tawag ito, fzk natin is simply fz1k, teka, laki ng 1, fz1k plus fz2k. Basically, ganyan lang yung idea. Para lang tayong kumukuha guys ng summation ng horizontal component, summation ng vertical component in 2D. And then tsaka natin kukunin yung resultant by getting the Pythagorean theorem, which is the resultant is equals to fx square plus fyc square. So parang ganun lang din dito. However, dito sa problem, madali siya because yun yung force vector mo is represented into Cartesian form vector. Ibig sabihin, ang magnitude na agad ng, for F2, tingin kayo. For F2, ang magnitude na agad ng x component is 50. Ang magnitude ng F ay ng y component is negative 100 at magnitude ng z component is positive 100k. Okay? And then for F1 naman, wala tayong horizontal or x component dito. Kasi kung titingnan nyo 60j lang, wala tayong y component or x component. So ang j natin or y component natin is 60, okay? And then for z naman natin is 80. Okay? Kung ganun pala, kailangan lang natin pag-plus-plusin guys yung mga component natin. Kung ganun, pwede mo nating sabihin that yung summation natin ng fxi is equal to what? Is equal to yung 1 natin, wala So 0 plus 50 i. So equal to 50 i. Again, bakit nag-0? Kasi this is your F1 and this is your F2. Okay? Para lang maliwanag. Ito yan eh. Di ba ito yan? This is your F1. This is your F2. Ayan. Para lang maliwanag. Since sa F1, wala tayong x component for x1, so wala tayong i-add up sa summation ng x components. So, ibig sabihin, next one is for Fy j naman. Okay? Meron na ba tayong j component for F1? Meron na, which is positive 60. And again, guys, always denote or always consider the sign. Bakit? Kasi these are vector components. Kapag vector component, mahalaga lagi yung direction. And ang denotion natin for direction is its sign. Tama? So, kailangan natin i-consider yun. So, positive 60 plus, meron ba tayong y component for Meron ba tayong y component for F2? Meron, which is the negative 100. Okay? Getting that, makukuha natin is negative 40j. And at last, for summation ng fzk naman is for z component. Yung F1 ba natin, meron ba tayong z component? Ang z component yan is 80. Lagi yung tatandaan guys that x is for I, y is for j, z is for k. Okay? Z is for k. Sino kaya yung z na yun? Anyway, so, ibig sabihin, meron ba tayong z component for F1? Meron. Ang z component na yan is simply 80. Okay? Yan yung z component natin for F1. And for F2 naman guys, ano naman yun? For F2 naman, ang z component naman natin dyan is 100. Tama. So, ang lalabas dito is 180k. And again, hindi babalikan nyo kanina yung mga naaral natin ng mga formulas na yon. Okay? Ang pagkuha natin guys ng resultant is simply equal to summation ng fxi plus summation ng fyj plus summation ng fzk. So, kung ganun pala, ang fr natin ngayon is equal to 50i. Okay, so plus negative 40 kasi yun. So, minus 40j. Okay? Plus 180k. Okay? At yan na ba yun? Eto na guys yung vector Cartesian form nung resultant natin. Actually, yan na yung Cartesian form natin. Para makuha mo yung magnitude, this is, para Cartesian vector form. Para makuha mo yung magnitude niyan, simply fr is equal to square root ng summation ng fxi square plus summation ng wala i. Pagka kinukuha mo ng resultant, fx square plus summation ng fy square plus summation ng fz square. So, kukunin mo lang guys, i-extract mo lang yung mga parang coefficient niya. Actually, hindi coefficient yun. Okay? For summation ng fx square, ang magnitude na tinutukoy natin dyan is eto lang. Okay? For y is eto, and for z is 180. Okay? So, 50 square plus negative 40 square plus 180 square. For fr, ang lalabas dito is simply 191 Newton. Okay? Kakaintindihan. So, ibig sabihin, nakakuha na tayo ng resultant. Di ba guys, medyo nakakalito siya. Medyo nakakalito siya, but again, kung titingnan mo mabuti, kung i-analyze mo lang na mabuti yung problem, bearable naman siya. What I mean by bearable is, kailangan mo lang kabisaduhin yung magiging process. Actually, para siyang procedural. Okay? Makukuha mo naman yung problem. So, isog lang natin siguro dito para may mapaglagyan ako ng likot-likot kasi ng ano ko eh. Pagsusolve, di ba? Okay? And then, I think dito lang din tayo mag-solve. Okay? Para naman sa isang hinahanap sa atin naman is coordinate direction angles. And again, guys, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, okay? Kung titingnan nga nating mabuti, okay? Pagka nirecall mo yung formulang inaral natin kanina, yung cosine alpha is equal to ax over a. Your cosine beta is equal to ay over a. And then your cosine gamma is equal to az over a. Ngayon, kung titingnan mo, ang mangyayari dito is, tama ba? Inverse ng cosine. Ang ax natin, ano ngayon yung magiging ax natin? Ang ax natin, guys, dito is what? Ang ax na tinutukoy natin dito is the horizontal, the x component. Ang ax natin is the x component. Okay? Which is ang x component nga natin, okay, is, ulitin ko na lang, okay? Yung ax natin tinutukoy dito is just the summation of x, okay, which is equal to 50. Yung ay naman natin is equal to summation of fy, which is equal to negative 40. At yung az naman na tinutukoy natin dito is summation ng fz is simply 180 Newton yan, okay. And then yung a natin is simply the FR or the resultant. Di ba yun nga yung vector natin? Yan yung unit vector natin. Okay? And then, simply, this is 191. And, kung ganun pala, can we say that para makuha natin yung alpha, okay, is equal to, ang ax natin again is 50 over 191. Okay? For here naman, cosine, okay, inverse over ay, ang ay natin is negative 40. Negative 40, 191. At para naman sa gamma is simply cosine, inverse cosine ng 180. Tama ba? 180 nga ba siya? 100 plus 80 is 180. Tama. Inverse, ng 191. Solving with that, makukuha natin guys yung okay, makukuha na natin guys yung coordinate angles niya. For your alpha, for your beta, and for your gamma. Okay? Makukuha natin dito is I think 74.8 degrees. Yung beta mo is 102 degrees. At yung gamma mo is 19.6 degrees. So, yun na guys yung coordinate direction angles natin. For this problem, ayan yung magiging sagot. Okay? Paki-pause dito, paki-screenshot, and then paki-kopya. Okay? And paki-aral lang mabuti. Okay? Sige, bago tayong proceed sa next problem, ililipat ko muna dito, yung tinabi ko lang kanina, para mas maliwanagan kayo guys, ganito yung magiging itsura niya. Okay? Para nga lang siyang component na kinuhanan mo ng resultant. Ngayon, yung FR natin is eto. Okay? Which is represent natin siya by Cartesian vector form na 50i minus 40j plus 180k. At eto guys yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Yung position ng FR natin na to with the z-axis is our gamma. Yung position niya with your x-axis is your alpha. And yung position ng with the y-axis is your beta. So, I hope nagkakaintindihan tayong lahat. Kaya kung mapansin nyo guys, yung beta niya is sobrang laki. 102 degrees. Okay? Kasi nga in 3D tayo, iikot yan ng malaki talaga. Okay? So, yun lang. Pinakita ko lang yan guys para mas makita nyo mabuti or ma-extract nyo yung idea or yung concept. Okay? And then, sige, huwag natin next na tayo. For this problem, balik tayo guys dito sa natin. Ang sabi dito naman is hanapin daw, express the force F shown in the figure as Cartesian vector. Ay, madali lang. Madali lang pala yung problem natin. Ano lang challenging? O, sige, bago natin isolve, bibigyan ko kayo ng pagkakataon na mag-isip. I-pause nyo or ano man gawin nyo. I think much better if this is sample problem number 2 pa lang, okay? At kung mapapansin nyo, 11:38 na. Pero yan mo na. Wala namang pasok tomorrow. Kayo, wala kayong pasok tomorrow, but we have work tomorrow. So, pupunta ako ng school bukas. Yun. So, I think guys, magkakaroon kayo ng ample time to watch this. Sana panoorin nyo. Makita nyo naman yung effort natin to do this kind of, okay? So, sana guys, panoorin nyo siya. Anyway, kung mapansin nyo guys, yung bang 60 degrees natin na yan is tsaka yung 45 degrees by concept na inaral natin kanina is coordinate direction angles ba siya? Hindi. Okay? Hindi siya coordinate direction angles. Okay? Pero, ano yan? Naaral din natin siya kanina. Ang concept natin kapag nakakita kayo ng ganyang angle, ang tawag natin dyan guys is the horizontal and vertical angles of the the vector. Okay? And then yung hinahanap sa atin is the Cartesian Cartesian vector form. Yung X, Y, and Z. Okay? Yung naka-represent as X, Y, and Z for F. Okay? Kung ganun guys, makinig kayo mabuti. Okay? By trigo. Solution by trigo muna tayo. Huwag yun na sigurong gamitin yung formula ng diretso na ganun. So, malilito kasi kayo doon. But, subukan din natin. Sige, I think kung masusubukan natin, gagawin din natin. Okay? But, dito, makinig muna kayo. Okay? Okay, makinig muna tayo. Okay? Solution muna tayo. Solution. Okay? Guys, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, pagka nakakita kayo ng ganito, always analyze lang ano ba yung mga triangles na mapuform. Look, for the red, ayan yan. Ito yan. Then, ayan. And then, for the green, wala. For the green, ayan naman. Ito. And then, ayan din. Okay? And then, guys, i-draw mo kung ano ba yung mga, ano ba yung nire-represent ng mga lines na yan. Ito is your force F. Ito, guys, by parallelogram law. Ito yan. If this is your FZ, and then, ang mangyari is this will be your FZ. Okay? And then, ito naman guys, by parallelogram law ulit. Okay? If this is your FZ, if this is your FY, okay? If this is your FY, itong portion na yan, okay? Pag nilipat mo yan dito, this will still be your FY. And itong portion naman na to is your FX. Kasi along the x-axis pala yan. Tama. O, ibig sabihin, teka lang, malito kayo dito. Ayan yan, may parallelogram law lang. I-drawing ko lang siya. Okay? So, ibig sabihin pala, pwede tayong mag-isolate ng dalawang right triangle dyan. Actually, kailangan isa pang mahalaga nyong gawin is to identify kung saan ba siya nagiging right triangle. Okay? Huwag pala desisyon. Diyan siya, magpa-perpendicular. And then, for this one naman, dito namang portion na yan. Kasi mahalaga yan para alam mo kung saan mo ipi-place ngayon yung mga angles and yung mga lines mo. Okay? And again guys, ang lilitaw dito, okay? Diba nga yung F natin is ganyan and ang projection niyan sa baba is tinatawag bilang F prime. Tama? So, i-drawing muna natin yung red. So, for the red, I think, i-draw muna natin siya as ganito. Okay? Pangit. So, palitan ko ng kulay. Okay? And then for the green naman, dalawa na yung drawing ko para isang batuhan na lang ng solution. Okay? And then guys, makinig mabuti, okay? This will be your 60 degrees. Tama ba? Okay? Ito ngayon yung 60 degrees. Ay, kaya naman pala. This is your 60 degrees. And again, ito yun guys, yung red na tinutukoy ko. Ano ngayon yung magiging opposite niya? Ang magiging opposite niya is FZ. Tama? Ito yung, di ba dyan siya 90 degree? Therefore, ang opposite niya is FZ. At yung F, yung ano mo naman, yung baba mo naman, yung adjacent side niya will be F prime. At this will be your F. Tama. Next naman is para dito sa may kulay green, this will be, dito siya magra-right triangle, this will be 45 degrees naman. O ibig sabihin lang niyan, okay, yung opposite angle naman, yung opposite naman niya will be your F, opposite naman niya will be your Fy, and then the Fx. At ito naman guys, yung F prime. I hope na picture nyo siya dun sa may figure, O yan, ipopost ko dyan. Tapos ngayon, tingnan nyo. Anyway, if you're going to get the, the equation dito, para mapalabas mo yung F, okay, F and FZ sa first triangle natin, okay, sa triangle 1 natin. Okay? Given kasi yung F natin, so hindi natin kailangan kunin yan, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, pwede ba nating i-represent ito as ganito? Makinig muna. Pwede ba natin siyang i-represent as ganito? For FZ, okay, for FZ, for F muna, F prime, sorry. For F prime, para natin makukuha F prime, cosine of 60, okay, is equal to FZ over, teka lang, masyado malaki. Hindi kakasya yung magiging solution. Wait lang, ililipat ko lang siya. Ay, pwede pala yun. Okay. So, yun. Inayos ko lang. Anyway, ibig sabihin, para makuha mo yung F prime dito, okay, simply cosine of phi kasi yan, phi, or 60, para hindi na tayo magre-write, equal to equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse. So, ang adjacent side natin dito is F prime over F. Tama. And then, para makuha natin yung F prime, it is simply equal to F cosine of 60. Okay? And then, para naman doon sa kabila, for sine 60 naman, is equal to opposite over the hypotenuse. Ang opposite natin for this triangle is FZ over F. So, para makuha natin yan, is simply FZ equal to F sine of 60. Now, for the triangle number 2 naman, okay, para sa Fy and Fx. Tama? So, I think para makuha natin yung Fx, it is simply cosine of 45 simply equal to Fx. Bakit ba ganun? Simply lang yan, adjacent and hypotenuse. So, Fx over F, which is, ang F mo is the hypotenuse. Tama? Ngayon, you can represent Fx is equal to F prime cosine of 45. And para naman guys, sa sine of 45, simply equal to Fy. Okay, opposite kasi ng 45 degrees yun over the F prime. Simplifying, your Fy is equal to F prime sine of 45. Nagkakaintindihan ba? Okay? Ngayon, tulad ng ginawa natin kanina, i-eliminate natin yung F prime. Okay? Ibig sabihin, para ma-eliminate natin yun, can we say na etong equation na to, plug in natin sa equation na to, at equation na to? Pwede guys. Okay? Walang babawal sa atin dyan. Kasi actually, yun yung gagawin natin. Ano eh. Okay? So, I think, burahin ko na lang to. I think, yung fx natin, pwede natin siyang i-represent is equal to f cosine of 60. Okay? And then cosine of 45. I hope nakakasunod, guys. Again, this is f prime. Okay? Which is hindi na may pa-plug in natin sa kasunod mamaya. And then for fz naman is equal to f cosine of 60 sine of 45. Okay? So, meron na tayong equation dito and then equation dito. And given, guys, okay, given na meron kang f, okay, makukuha na ba natin yung f? Z. Okay, given na meron kang f is equal to what? 100 Newton. Fz is equal to 100 sine of 60. Ilan ngayon yan? Calculating 100 sine of 60 is equal to 86.6 Newton. Okay, babox ko na to para ma-highlight lang natin ba. At gagamitin natin mamaya. Hindi pa yun yung sagot natin, ano? Huwag kayo excited. At para naman dito, given guys na meron kang f is equal to 100, therefore yung fx mo is equal to 100 cosine of 60 cosine of 45, makukuha natin is equal to 100 cosine of 60 cosine of 45 equal to 35.36. This will be equal to 35.36 Newton. Highlight na lang ulit natin to. Okay. And then for the last one, meron na tayong this is Fy. Ano ba itong ginagawa ko? Bakit ba ako? No? Sorry guys, medyo antok na kasi eh. Okay, so please bear with me. Apologies. Okay, so that's Fy. Therefore, Fy is simply equal to 100 cosine of 60, okay, sine of 45. So, pagka kinumpit mo to, linawan natin onte. Okay, sine of 60 cosine 100 cosine of 60 sine of 45 is simply equal to 35.36 lang din. Is equal to 35.36 Newton. I-highlight ko lang ulit to. I mean, hindi mo siya, box ko lang. Okay, hindi pa yung sagot natin. But again, bakit natin ginagawa yon? Kasi, para makuha natin guys yung vector or yung Cartesian coordinate vector niya, kailangan natin syempre kunin yung mga magnitude nung bawat component na yon. So, para sa sign naman, for sign, meron pala akong isang gustong iano sa inyo. For sign, okay, always follow this rule, okay? X, Y, and then Z. Okay? Guys, okay, this is your origin. This is your positive Z. This is your negative Z. This is your positive Y. This is your negative Y. This is your positive X. And this is your negative X. Okay? Para saan ba natin dinodenote yan? Okay? Para guys, ma-consider natin yung mga sign nung para ma-consider natin guys yung sign ng vector mo. Okay? Kung titingnan mo mabuti tong figure natin na to, okay? Nasaan siya? Nasa positive or negative x-axis? Again guys, this is your negative x. So, napapansin mo, nasa positive x ka. Okay? For y naman, kung titingnan mo mabuti, this is your positive y sana. However, naglalay yung force mo dito sa kabila. Tama, sa kabila ng y-axis. So, this is your negative y. Therefore, you have negative y. At para sa z naman, bumababa siya dito. Yung bang force vector mo is nag-lie along dun sa baba. Again, this is your positive z, this is your negative z. O therefore, hindi naman, so positive z ka dyan. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga component mo na to, okay, for your fx, simply positive, for your fx, simply positive 35.36 Newton. For your fy is simply equal to negative 35.36 Newton. Tama? O mag-base kayo dun sa kanina. Nadamay. Okay? Okay? Ayun. Okay? And then for fz naman is positive 86.6 Newton. Okay? At para guys, ma-represent mo na siya into coordinate vector, ang mangyayari dyan is for f mo is equal to f xi plus f yj plus f ck. So, yung f mo is simply equal to 35.36i minus 35.36j plus 86.6k. Para ma-verify natin kung tama, to check, okay? Di ba yung f natin is equal to 100? Okay, ibig sabihin, yung f natin kasi dyan is equal to square root ng ano? Fx square plus fy square plus fz square. So, ibig sabihin, yung f natin should be equal to 100. Kapag mali, napahiya ako. Okay? 35.36 square plus 35.36 square. Actually, absolute yan dahil naka-square naman yan. 86.6 square. Okay? So, this is 100. Dapat 100 yan. Or 99 point something. 35.36 square plus 35.36 square plus 86.6 square. So, magiging sagot dito will be 100. So, ibig sabihin 100 is equal to 100. So, ibig sabihin tama yung naging sagot mo. Pag hindi mo nakuha ganyan, ibig sabihin mali, nakuha mo sagot. Okay? And para naman guys, dun sa angle natin, sige, isama na natin. Okay? Cosine alpha, cosine beta, and cosine gamma. Okay? Para makuha natin to, therefore, this will be your ax over a, ay over a, and then az over a. Simply, para makuha lang natin yan, your gamma is equal to cosine, or your beta is equal to cosine, and then your gamma is equal to cosine. Okay? Mabilisan lang to guys. For your A mo is 100. Tama ba? 100. Okay. Okay. At yung AX mo guys, doon mo palang i-extract yung mga X component. This will be 35.36. This will be negative 35.36. Pag kumukuha ng angle, papaalala ko lang sa inyo ulit for the end time that i-consider nyo yung negative or positive sign. And then, 86.6. Okay? O, ilan ngayon yan? For your alpha, beta, and gamma, makukuha mo dyan is 63.9 degrees, 111 degrees, if I'm not mistaken, at 30.0 degrees. Okay? So, makukuha mo na guys yung coordinate, direction angles. However, hindi yan yung final answer natin. Ang final answer or nahanap sa atin is the coordinate. Ayan. Okay? Paki-screenshot ulit. Okay? Teka lang. Unti-unti natin. Okay? For figure muna. Figure, paki-screenshot and then copyhin nyo siguro or lecture nyo. And then for solution, And then for solution, ulit. Okay? So, yun lang. For this is for sample number 2. Okay? Okay guys, so for now, next di-discuss naman natin for sample problem number 3. Okay? So for sample problem number 3. Okay, let's say, teka lang, check ko lang kung naka-open yung mic ko. Okay? So okay naman. So this will be your sample problem. Okay? Problem number 3. Okay guys, so sabi dito, basahin muna natin yung problem. Knowing guys that two forces act on the hook shown in the figure, specify the magnitude of F2. Hinahanap sa atin is yung magnitude ng F2. Its coordinate direction angles and its coordinate direction angles. Okay, hinahanap din sa atin yung coordinate direction angles. Ano na nga ulit yun? The alpha, beta, and the gamma angles. So that the resultant force Fr acts along, so ang FR daw natin, meron tayong binigay na resultant force. So kung kanina guys, ang hinahanap lagi is the resultant force or the magnitude of the resultant force of the two force vectors. Ngayon naman guys, ang hinahanap sa atin is one unknown force given na meron tayong resultant vector. So parang ganoon lang sa analysis natin before during the 2D, tama? So ngayon naman binigay sa atin yung resultant. So binigyan ko ng ganitong problem para again, mayroon kayong idea kung ano pa ba yung mga problems na related dito sa mga sa topic na to. Which guys, kung papapansin nyo, is para lang naman siyang 2D, problems relating to 2D. However, nasa 3-dimensional nga tayo. So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang magnitude. O, basahin nyo mabuti. Saan nag-a-act ngayon yung saan nag-a-act ngayon yung ano? Saan ngayon nag-a-act etong FR natin? So, mag-a-act itong FR natin, guys, positive Y axis and has magnitude of 800 Newton. So dito pa lang, I want you guys to denote na kung ano ba yung mga given natin. Okay? For meron tayong given, okay? Para ilista yung given, okay? Ilista muna natin yung given. Okay? Meron tayo guys given na F1 which is equal to 300 Newton. And then meron ang F2 yung hinahanap natin ngayon. So paano natin magagawa yan? Kung mapapansin nyo guys, meron tayong binigay na FR. Okay? And saan daw nag-a-act? Kung papansin niyo, sinabi diyan positive y-axis. Hindi ba? Ito yung tinidenote natin as positive z, positive y, and then this will be your positive x. Ibig sabihin, yung resultant daw ng two forces na yan is mag-a-act along dito. So this is your FR. Kung ganun pala, okay, kung ganun pala, ibig sabihin, if directed siya along that axis, yun bang force na yun is magkakaroon na, yung force ba na yun is mag-a-act din along the z and the x? So wala. So binigay na sa atin yung initial condition that yung resultant force natin is mag-a-act only along at the y-axis. Ibig sabihin, kung i-rewrite natin yung Cartesian coordinate form niya, is it safe to say that di ba ang FR natin is Fxi or summation ng Fxi plus summation ng Fyj plus the summation of Fzk. However guys, kung papansin nyo, di ba itong summation natin na to is wala yan. Itong x and z natin, wala yan. Kasi nga, nag-a-act lang siya along y. Pwede ba natin sabihin that yung Fr mo is equal to summation ng Fyj? So pwede. At given guys, yung Fr mo, ang magnitude ng Fr mo is positive 800 Newton. Pwede mo bang sabihin that, ito guys yung, Fy, this is Fy, sorry. Okay, so ibig sabihin, itong summation ng Fy mo dyan is equal to positive 800 Newton. E di ba nga equal yung force, resultant force natin ito 800 Newton. Therefore, yung Fr mo can be rewritten as positive 800 J. So, yan na lang matitira. Kasi nga, ulitin ko, yung force natin, or resultant force natin is nag-act only at the positive y-axis. So, meron na tayong equation for our resultant force. Okay? O, ngayon, gawa natin ng step. Okay? Siguro, for step 1, okay, represent the forces into its vector forms. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kailangan nating ma-represent yung forces into their vector forms. Okay, since hinahanap sa atin dito guys is yung F2 and yung yung coordinate angles pa pala. So coordinate direction angles which are all denoted by alpha, beta, and then gamma. So, ibig sabihin, okay, kailangan natin maka-formulate ng mga equations dito, guys, in order for us to determine the unknown values. Okay, kasi kung mapapansin nyo, dalawa yung unknown natin, F2 and the coordinate direction angles. So, kung ganun, simulan siguro muna natin using the coordinate direction angles. Okay? Ibig sabihin, can we say that yung cosine of alpha natin is equal to ax over a? Okay? And again, guys, yung a natin dyan is the resultant. Tama? So, ibig sabihin lang pala, can we say that yung cosine of alpha natin is equal to sorry. Ibig sabihin pala, if we're going to get the fx, sige, fx na lang i-denote ko para hindi na kayo malito, okay? Kasi guys, yung ax na yan is ax din, and yung a natin is the resultant. So, kung ang gagawin natin, this is your fx, okay? And this is your f. So, ibig sabihin, if we're going to get the equation of fx, we can say that f cosine of f cosine of alpha. Okay? And then, para naman guys, cosine beta is simply equal to f y over f. Magagamit natin ngayon yung fy is equal to f cosine of beta. And para naman sa cosine of gamma is simply equal to fz over f. Okay? Fz is simply equal to f cosine of gamma. By the way, guys, parang merong inconsistency dito sa problem, okay? Whereas wait lang. Mali pala yung nakopy ko kasi, okay? So mali pala yung nakopy ko na dito, na question. So wait lang, guys. Ika-crop out ko lang to, no? Ika-crop out ko lang to. Tanggalin natin yan. Okay? And then, guys, kukunin ko yung totoong tanong dito. So apologies, pero mali pala yung nakuha kong tanong. Okay? I think hindi, tama lang. Sorry. Tama lang pala. Okay? Ang problema lang is hindi pinapakuha pa daw yung coordinate direction angles. Pero kung titingnan mo naman yung figure, nahanap na pala. Ano ba yung coordinate direction angles natin ulit? Ang coordinate direction angles natin, sige. For x is 45 degrees, which is this is your alpha. For your z-axis naman, okay, for your y-axis pala, sorry, ang beta mo is, this is your beta, which is 60 degrees. And for your z-axis naman is yung from force dito, okay, is given as your gamma. Okay? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, okay, yung problem natin na to, may given tayong coordinate angles only with the F1. Ang hinahanap sa atin is the coordinate angles nung resultant force. So, maliwanag ba yun? So, medyo nalito lang ako ng very light doon. But still guys, yun lang. Ibig sabihin, may given tayo na coordinate angles only for F1. O, tandaan nyo mabuti yun. For F1 lang tayo may given ng coordinate angles, no? Yung F2 natin, hindi natin alam yan kasi yan yung hinahanap natin. And then, ang coordinate angle naman ng FR natin, since naglalay lang siya along the y-axis is mamaya, tingnan na lang natin kung paano. Basta ang hinahanap sa atin, guys, is yung F2 or yung force ng F2 and yung coordinate angles nun. Okay? Kung titingnan yung mabuti, ang given nga lang sa atin is the coordinate angles ng F1 alone. Yung 60, yung 45, and 120 is the coordinate angles of yung F1. Okay? So, niliwanag ko lang para kasi akala ko yung given na yun is for resultant. Anyway, for F1, so ibig sabihin, kapag nire-write natin to ngayon, can we say, okay, that yung fx mo is simply equal to, is simply equal to f cosine of, yung alpha ulit niya? Meron tayong coordinate angles ng f2 to, guys. Okay? At meron tayong forgiven, okay? Forgiven natin, okay, sige, i-highlight ko lang, ito hinahanap, ayan. Ito ngayon yung given natin. For f2 F2 guys, ito yung hinahanap. For coordinate angles naman ng F1, we have given alpha, beta, and gamma ng F1, di ba? Which is equal to, ang alpha natin is 45 degrees, yung beta natin is 60 degrees, and yung gamma natin is 120 degrees. Okay? Now, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, F cosine of alpha, ibig sabihin yung fx natin is equal to F cosine of 45. And then yung Fy natin is simply F cosine of beta. Ang beta natin is 60 degrees. And yung Fz natin is simply equal to F cosine of 120 degrees. So ibig sabihin lang guys, ayan na yung form natin na equation using the coordinate angles for F1. This is for F1, no? This is for F1. Okay? Now guys, para naman doon sa may okay na tayo sa coordinate angles muna. Okay? So step 1 is to get the coordinate angles muna nung to form the equation using the coordinate angles ng given force natin. Kasi ito may value yung F natin diyan, okay? So ngayon, kung ganoon pala, pwede ba nating i-represent ito, okay? Pag sinolve natin to guys, knowing na yung F mo, okay? Na yung F1 mo is 300 Newton, pwede mo ba itong i-rewrite as 300, okay, cosine of 45, okay, and then 300 cosine of 60, and then another 300 cosine of 120. Pwede ko na ba itong i-rewrite kasi ganyan? Makukuha ba natin yan? Actually guys, yes, makukuha natin yan. Which is, ang makukuha natin dyan is 212.1, okay? And then for this one, 300 cosine of 60 is 150. And then for 300 cosine of 120 is negative 150. So nagkakaintindihan? So ibig sabihin, na-extract na natin guys yung mga magnitude ng component niya. Ano yung gagawin natin? Since this is a 3D, di ba ang required sa atin guys is to get the or to include component vector. Paano yun? Lagyan mo to ng I, lagyan mo to ng J, lagyan mo to ng K. Okay? And for F1 guys, para ma-denote mo na yung equation niya, di ba yung F1 mo is simply equal to F1x I plus F2 yj F1 din to, F1 plus F1zk. So, yung F1 mo dito can be represented by the equation ng F1 mo which is 212.1i plus 150j plus yung F1zk natin which is negative. O gawin ko ng negative Okay, gawin ko ng negative yan. This will be negative 150k. Okay? Okay? Kakaintindihan ba? I hope nakakasunod doon. Okay, sana hindi na confuse. So, yun. Balik-balikan nyo na lang siya if ever nagiging confusing sa inyo. So, ibig sabihin, ito na yung magiging equation number 1 natin. Okay? Okay? And then, guys, listen. Okay? And then, guys, next, natin is, meron na tayong equation 1 ngayon. For F2 naman, okay? I think, liitan ko lang siya ng konti. Medyo napalaki ata yung natin doon. Sorry. Okay, wait lang. Litan ko lang siguro yung portion na to. Ben. Litan ko lang to guys para maisingit natin yung another Okay. So then litan ko lang din to. And then, dito na lang natin isulat yung another natin. Okay? Now, for F2 naman guys, listen, for F2, okay? For F2 naman ay consider natin For F2, pwede ba natin sabihin that yung F2 mo is simply equal to F2, F2, wait lang, F2 xi plus F2 yj plus F2 zk. So, ibig sabihin, ayan na yung magiging equation number 2 natin. Okay, this will be your equation number 2 for F2 xi plus F2 yj and plus F2 zk. Yan yung magiging equation ng second force natin. Okay, nangyari lang na meron tayong value dito for F1 kasi nga guys, kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong given na value for F1 which is 300 Newton. Okay, I hope maliwanag yon. Dito kasi guys, unknown nga yung F2 natin, therefore wala tayong value for F2, kaya nakaset siya as unknowns pa. Next na step natin, okay, for step 2, okay, let's formulate an equation ng resultant. Paano ba yun guys? Di ba ang FR natin is simply equal to F1 plus F2. Kung i-denote natin to, di ba ang FR natin is simply equal to summation ng Fx1i plus summation ng Fx2i plus summation ng yj1, wait lang, ano tawag ito? y1j plus summation ng f2yj, okay, and plus this is 2 plus summation ng fz1k plus summation ng f2 sorry, F2ZK. Wait lang. FZ2K. Okay, di ba nakakalito talaga yung pag-denote niya, no? So, pero yun, ganun lang din yun. Ibig sabihin, guys, kailangan pala nating kunin yung summation of vectors niya in X, Y, and Z. Okay? Kung ganun, can I represent this one as for X muna tayo, okay? For X component muna tayo. Meron ba tayo guys resultant for X component? Wala. Ibig sabihin, pag kinuha natin yung sum ng dalawa na to, i-equate natin siya sa 0. So, 0 is simply equal to 212.1i, which is guys, eto yun. To remind you guys, ang X component ng F2, ay ng F1 is 300 Newton. Eto yun. Okay, which is nagkaroon siya ng X component na 212.1i. Okay, paplasan natin ngayon yan ng unknown natin, which is the F2x, or simply the summation F2xi. So ibig sabihin guys, ang mangyayari dito, makukuha natin yung value ng F2x. Ang value ng value ng F2x natin is simply equal to negative 212.1i lang din. Is transpose mo lang sa kabila. So, ito na ngayon guys, yung value for your F2x. Doon naman guys sa Y. For Y guys, kung mapansin nyo, yung resultant force natin is nag-act along the Y-axis. Positive Y-axis. Mahalaga guys na alam nating mabuti kung ano ba yung dinedenote ng ng sign natin, because kailangan natin gamitin yun when we are going to get the vector sum of the components. So, ibig sabihin, kung positive y-axis yun, I can rewrite this one as positive 800 dito. Tama? Kasi dyan nga nag-act along the y-axis. Equal to, ngayon yung y component natin ng F1. Ang y component ng F1 is 150. Positive 150. Ibig sabihin, 150 plus plus the F2y o F2y na lang lalagay ko, hindi na summation of F2 something ibig sabihin na makukuha natin dito for F2y simply equal to 650 Newton. Okay guys, kapag i-denote nyo na siya as magnitude guys, okay lang kahit hindi nyo nalagyan ng I muna, tsaka nyo nalagyan mamaya pagka i-represent na natin siya as a vector form. So given na ganito, okay, yan muna. Meron tayo, teka, baka malito iba. This is 650 ano. Okay, this is 650 Newton. So yan yung para sa F2Y natin. And for F2Z naman, okay, F2Z naman is simply 0 lang din yan kasi yung resultant force natin is hindi dyan nag-a-act. Wala tayong component guys wala tayong horizontal component. I mean, wala tayong Z component. Ay na, horizontal na naman ako. Wala tayong Z component or Z value guys nung resultant natin. So 0 is simply equal to negative 150 plus F2Z. Okay? So, makukuha natin dito for your F2Z simply equal to 150 Newton. Okay? And then, kapag ito na guys yung, ito na guys yung value ng mga component ng F2 natin. So, paano natin makukuha yung magnitude ng F2? Simply, yung F2 mo is equal to square root, okay, ng F2x square plus F2y square plus F2z square. At pagka kinuha natin yung value na yan, it is simply, okay, negative 212.1 square plus 650 square plus 150 square. Getting that or taking that, ba't yan napakakapal naman? Okay. Okay, 650. And then for this one is 150. Okay? So ang magiging value ng F2 natin, solving that, is equal to 700 Newton. Okay? Ito ngayon yung magiging value ng F2 natin. So tapos na ba dyan? So hindi pa dyan natatapos guys yung problem natin. Ang isa pang hinahanap sa atin is the vector, Cartesian or coordinate direction angles, which is the alpha. Okay? Ito is, I will leave this na lang. Okay? Yung cosine alpha is equal to cosine alpha ng, ito guys is for F2 yung coordinate direction ng F2. Ibig sabihin, cosine alpha F2 x over F2. At ito namang cosine ng beta natin is simply equal to F2y over F2. At itong cosine of gamma natin is equals to F2z over F2. Okay? And then, makukuha na natin yung gamma, alpha, gamma, and then alpha, beta, and then the gamma. And then, ito tinutukoy ko na guys, 2. Yan, 2. Okay? So, babalikan natin yung given. Ito guys, yung hinahanap. Yung 2, 2, 2. Ito guys is given 1, 1, 1. Ngayon, pag tinignan nyo mabuti, okay? Ito tingnan nyo mabuti. The bright, wag ng green. Sige, gawa tayong bago. I think pink na lang, ayun, violet na lang. Okay? Ito ngayon yun. This will be your gamma 2. This will be your beta 2. And this will be your alpha 2. Okay? May challenge ako sa inyo. So this is to know lang if pinanood nyo talaga siya hanggang dulo. Okay? Ngayon, kung sino yung unang makakapag-send sa group chat ng value ng alpha, beta, and then gamma for this one, madali na lang yan guys. Alam nyo na yung F2x, asabay F2x. Ito na yun, no? Alam nyo na yung value ng F2x, F2y, at saka F2z. So guys, i-input nyo na lang sa calculator at kung sino yung pinakaunang makakapag-send sa group chat kung ano yung value ng alpha 2, ng beta 2, at saka ng gamma 2 is magkakaroon ng plus sa akin for quiz. Okay? Both M2 and South, which is ang mga hawak ko. Okay? So, yun lang. Sino kaya mauuna? So, let's see.